a goon.
What
a
a
little
way to
SOB.
What a little SOB. Welcome, everyone, to the first ever official holiday extravaganza known as the Cafeteria Podcast, live watch-along of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Johnny LaQuasto here with you. And, you know, no matter where in the world you're watching from, pull up a seat. No lunch money required. If you haven't listened to the podcast yet, we're at Cafeteria Pod on Instagram, Cafeteria Podcast on Facebook, and let's get into the introductions, all right? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, at JQuasto. The individual wearing the Santa hat that barely fits his big fat head. As close as we are to Christmas, we can tell you one thing. Your favorite side dishes do not stand a sexual chance against them. After last week's episode on the Cafeteria Podcast, he has no choice but to name his comedy special Sloshin' in the Sewer. He was way too old until he realized that he didn't have a nickel implanted behind his belly. He is a Kankakee Valley Cougar, and you can find him at Cripple Threat 8. He's the Cripple Threat of comedy. He's also your favorite performer in the history of America's Got Talent, not named Cody Lee, and many others. He's Ryan Niemiller.
I'm your third most favorite contestant in 2019. Everybody,
that's a fact.
What's up, guys? Look at us. We got a ho 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 here.
A lot of them, as a matter of fact.
Isn't that good? Good to see you guys. Let's jingle these bells. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's what I say before every show. Let's jingle these bells. December or no. That's what I say.
I like how Ryan's backdrop is real. And then again, Brent might have an amazing lighted house behind him. I'm not quite
This is real behind me.
Yeah, his wife kicked him out. He's actually in the street in front of his house right now.
Well, thank God you're wearing that sweater.
Yeah, I'll show the good people. It's Merry Christmas night, Adam and Steve. So, what? And Johnny, we'll have to get a look at your sweater here in a minute because we're talking about that pre-show.
That's right. Well, let me introduce you first. He is not only one of Variety Magazine's top 10 comics to watch, but we can only hope that his brother is enjoying this movie with us tonight from the great beyond.
Thanks for bringing him up, by the way.
Under his Xmas tree, you'll find emotional support beer koozies, a Howlin' Mike Pence t-shirt, that sweater he has on, and foot cream so he can avoid both of his feet from being amputated until at least mid-2021. Cop his new album, Bluff Creek, on all platforms, and representing the Pope Roncalli High School football Jumpin' Jack Rebels. He's Brent Terhune.
Good to be here, everyone. Thanks, everybody in the comments section for already commenting.
People are going, are they enjoying? Yeah, a lot of sock. We have socks are hung. We have a what on flat earth is this? Yeah, we don't know, dude. We have no idea. And yeah, we do have to pay attention to the live chat, I guess, don't we, to make sure that we're not missing anything great.
That's true. And also, this is our first live stream thing, so it's likely to have tech problems.
Yeah, if it's us.
It might exclusively be a tech problem. This entire thing might just be an ordeal.
So I would suggest restarting your computer or my computer. That's all I know how to do.
Yes. Don't run anything with high bandwidth, which we don't know what that means.
Are we donating stuff tonight, guys?
Yes, we are. First off, my favorite comment so far from Edgar Watson saying, I don't remember ordering the OAN network.
Well, you're about to get some hot takes tonight.
Yeah, that's right. So, guys, this is obviously free to join us. We're just having a good holiday party tonight. Grab a drink, eat something, whatever you want to do. But if you want to help a good cause, go to streamlabs.com/Johnny LaQuasto. You can see it streaming at the bottom there. 100% of donations are going right to Toys for Tots. So whatever you can donate, whether it's $1 or $5, or spend the money that you were going to spend at brentcomedy.com/shop.
No.
And give it to Toys for Tots. So streamlabs.com/Johnny LaQuasto, and 100% of donations will be going to the kiddos. With that said, when do you want to start this movie? It's 9:04. We're giving people a couple minutes to get in. We have hundreds watching, hundreds across the world.
And millions at home. What do you guys want to start at 9:06 p.m. Eastern?
Sure.
I mean, you're the
because
boss.
this is a over 90-minute movie, so there will be time to talk.
A lot of time to talk. Any chance Coney Danza is making an appearance tonight? We have a
Maybe.
question.
I have a hot dog suit right over there.
Okay.
And if we get $1,500 for Toys for Tots, I will not wear that hot dog. Maybe I will. I don't know.
Well, what about the promise?
You're really bad at incentives.
I know.
If you donate this very specific amount, I may or may not do anything.
You got to leave them, in suspense.
Question. What about the promise you made before we started broadcasting about you going shirtless?
I will, if we don't have $3,200 by the time the squirrel is in the Christmas tree, then I will take off my shirt. So, and that is a promise.
Perfect. Ryan, what about you?
Also that, I will put on a second shirt.
I
will do.
Somehow reach through the screen, grab the shirt off of my back, and put it on.
We should have planned that. Where you if I would have had one of your sweaters, we could have done a.
You just reach off screen and then grab it.
Mm. You do realize that would have required at least one of us having talent.
That's true. And that's why we're watching somebody else's art tonight and not doing our own.
And we're commenting on it.
So how's this going to work? Are we, I think what the best way to do it is on our end, we're going to have it muted because technically I think the stream will get shut down if we're just streaming a movie. So
yeah,
correct.
When you're watching at home, start it on your end and we'll do a countdown. So we're all synced up.
Yeah. We're going to count down from 100 and, really slow though. Not like a regular, let's make it last like 7-8 minutes. We have our first donation, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you,
Is it
Sherry.
$3,200?
It was $31.50. So $50 from now, you're taking that shirt off and Ryan's putting another one on.
Okay. Or I'll just add a hot dog suit. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So I think a lot of people are in here. Should we just start the countdown from 10? And Bobby Goldman, how long until a pizza bagels reference? I don't know, Ryan. You eating some tonight?
I just had pizza, and we do have bagels. If we get up to $3,800, I will eat a pizza bagel off of my belly like an otter.
What a sacrifice for the kids.
For the kids, everybody.
Because if there's anything kids want to see, it's you shirtless devouring pizza bagel.
Yes, I can put the center of the bagel on my bubblegum nipple and just go nuts.
All right, so you want to count down from 10 and we'll start this movie?
Yes.
Okay. Should we count down together?
You do it because there could be lags.
Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now begin National Lampoon again. Here we go. Opening credits. Make it happen.
Warner Brothers. Let me tell you something about Warner Brothers, guy. Okay. I don't have any facts about Warner Brothers.
I'm already behind. Our TV is broken. My lovely girlfriend has turned off the TV. She was trying to watch the Bob Ross channel on my smart TV. What have you done? Give me the remote, my love.
I will say this is one of my favorite intros just because it is animated. Many times I've seen this on TV and been like, what is this? And then I realized it's Christmas Vacation. And this is not my favorite Christmas movie. I will say that. But this intro would get me every time. My favorite is A Christmas Story.
Mm-hmm. Solid choice. Dude, I really wish we could have gotten Randy Quaid to join us tonight, but he's hard to find.
He's on Twitter.
He's on Twitter, but
we could have got a cameo.
Yeah. Oh,
of Randy Quaid.
We should have went all in on a cameo to plug this. Damn it. I had forgotten there was an animated intro like this.
Yeah. And outro if we get that far.
Johnny Galecki? Wasn't he?
That's Leonard.
Wow.
And what's his face from Roseanne? I'm sure the comments will let us.
Leonard from Roseanne.
John Goodman. It is weird watching this with no volume on, just with the closed captioning.
Hey, if you guys can do me a favor, once the animated part ends, let me know. We had some tech difficulties because We're not smart.
Yeah. Everyone in the comments, tell us, what is your favorite Christmas movie? We could have got Randy for a $10 cameo. Thank you, Richard. That's a good point.
I wonder how much he is on Cameo. I'll have
He's
to
probably
look.
one of those guys that charges way too much. Like I'm Randy Quaid for $400.
Yeah. I'm Randy Quaid. This is my cameo. Don't feed the beast.
Randy Quaid is $999 on Cameo.
You could spend that extra dollar and get the Undertaker.
And his Cameo promo videos in front of a MAGA flag. The animated just ended, Ryan.
Okay, go.
There we go. Let's see. We have a comment here from Rob Richardson. Love you, Brent. I look just like you, but I have no talent.
Hi, Rob.
Cool, because Brent looks like him and has no talent as well. So
Sure, we are the same, essentially.
So we have some comments here. We have Die Hard. We have Christmas Story. Muppets Christmas Carol, which I think that was you, Ryan, right?
No, I was the Muppets Family Christmas.
Okay.
That is different.
Okay. We got Amber saying Lethal Weapon. John Martin with Trading Places. That might be, a lot of people don't want to say it's a holiday movie. I think it is. Trading Places, without a doubt, one of my absolute favorites. Scrooged, great choice. Bad Santa, and of course Home Alone. We got a couple Home Alones.
There's a Christmas
Elf, couple
Story.
elves. Yeah.
Somebody said they want to wear my skin, so that's good. I don't. Okay.
Good start.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah. Thanks for the shout out, Tony. Brent's skin is available on brentcomedy.com/shop.
Yeah. Actually, if we get up to $4,300, you can have Brent's skin.
And I'm sure on most people it's very loose. You're gonna have to get a tailor. Now I don't.
Automobiles. Ooh.
Did you guys realize this is the third in the Vacation series? I thought it was the second, but there was
in the Vacation cinematic universe.
Yeah, which also is in the Matrix universe. I don't know if you guys knew that, but so it goes Vacation, European Vacation, and then Christmas Vacation. Pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, Alex Flores with a good pull. The Ref. Have either one of you seen The Ref?
Oh, it's been a long time since I saw The Ref.
Yeah. That was peak Leary. Well, I wouldn't say peak Leary, but like peak pissed off Leary.
Yeah, it was Leary.
Yeah. Debbie Does Christmas, says Craig Heath. I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, I think my dad had that on VHS before he traded it off. Kirk.
Kirk!
So, and some of you guys, I think, are joining us for the first time. This is actually the Cafeteria Podcast. So if you've not listened to the show, it's every Friday on your favorite podcast app.
That's right. Just search the Cafeteria. And we have another Yukon Cornelius reference regarding...
That's not funny.
Well... No Love for Trapped in Paradise. What the hell was that? Is that a Hulk Hogan movie? No, that's Trouble in Paradise.
I do like that this is a very grounded movie, but also there are so many slapstick moments of just them driving under the car.
Oh, I mean, that's Chevy Chase at his best.
Yeah.
Like all the pratfalls and stuff he used to do. I also love all her, like, overacted, in a way, like, takes to everything.
Yeah, she reminds me a little bit of the woman, to a certain extent with the overacting, the woman in The Shining. She was way overboard, and I can't think of her
Shelley
name
Duvall.
right.
Don't you say anything negative about that woman.
It's not, well, okay, it is negative. Very big eyes as well.
She's in a haunted hotel, and her husband's an alcoholic.
Well,
by the way, Brent, what? Like, I was looking up to watch the movie, and then I looked down. Why are you Papa Smurfing right now? When did
Somebody
that happen?
said I was Yukon Cornelius,
Okay.
and I put on this red hat to show that I'm nothing like the man.
mm-hmm. Well, now you're looking more like Gorton's Fisherman.
I am wearing a rain slicker right now, so
Yes. And you do know what we all did last summer.
and I still know what you did last summer. What do you guys call?
Oh, wait, someone says, are you guys going to comment on the movie? Sure. No. They're in the car.
What do you guys call this car with the wood on the side? What is that? What do you guys call that?
They're Woodies. They're Woody wagons.
Station wagon?
A station wagon, but I would call it a Woody. Or my family called it a beaver wood. I don't know if that's just my family were tricking me.
Yeah, I think that's a mango situation.
Saying that in public.
Well, the Woodies that I know are from the 50s. They're like the old beach cruisers, right? They were like death traps because the sides were just made of wood, which I want to own one someday.
See, the Woodies that I remember are in my trousers.
And you forgot about them long ago.
Yeah, that's the first reference to my wiener tonight, everybody. This is the highbrow content that got me third place on America's Got Talent.
That's right. You had to hide them all on television. Now you unleash them.
I do like how they come all the way out here and then he forgets a saw.
Yeah.
I would do that. What I do appreciate about this, though, is the fact that like Clark Griswold is he's such a family guy. It's like he likes being a dad, which I can't relate to. You know what I mean? Like he's like kind of he's a wholesome guy.
His motivations are pure. They're not always the best.
Thank you for the donation, Janice.
Yeah. Go Janice.
Her eyes are frozen.
Okay, we got
that's such a funny bit, by the way. She'll look at it later. Her eyes are frozen.
We have a comment here from Don Dunscombe saying, the car is called a beaver smack, and anytime you say it, you hit the person. So when you see a station wagon, you yell beaver smack, and you hit the person next to you.
Much like a slug bug or a punch buggy.
Yeah.
I prefer slug bug.
Comment from my friend Nuggets. She says, I'm black, and we didn't ride in station wagons. We stuffed 10 people into a 2-door. Classic. We have our first shitter was full reference. A lot more coming.
By the way, this movie came out in 1989 and was based on a short story that John Hughes wrote for National Lampoon in December of 80. So it was 9 years later.
Wow.
Yeah. I also love that, like as you said, 1989. I like that, like, this is like they're kind of like the hoity-toity couple coming into a car that probably was our first car to get to comedy gigs when we had no money at this point, but at the time.
God, Julia Louis-Dreyfus has done everything. And I don't know who that guy is.
That guy's a vampire.
Oh, yeah?
No, but look at him.
Yeah.
He's clearly a vampire.
I wasn't talking to you.
That guy looks like he's every heel lawyer in every movie that needs a heel lawyer.
He looks like he wants to shut down the youth center.
Right. He hates Christmas.
Yeah, the only way to save the ski lodge is to beat his underling in a snow race down the mountain. Yeah.
That's the best tree of all time. And I like how they don't even show the after effects. They're just in bed now. Oh, by the way, all the windows are smashed.
Yeah. Little fool. A lot of sap.
NBD.
Who's on that magazine? Is that Bono on the People? It's hard to tell.
He's on every magazine.
Also, I read that Chevy Chase kept these pajamas, and or some would say pajamas, and he had them 26 years later and hadn't washed them.
Oh, they're covered in sap.
I can't tell if that's Bono or not. It looks like very pale Bono, but it's not.
No.
Did Bono ever have a push broom mustache? That guy looks like he has a push broom mustache.
Yeah.
Which subsequently the name of our new band.
He looks a little bit like the serial killer that was featured in Mindhunter from far away. That's what it looks like. I can't think of his name. What a great camera angle. Just leave it on here for about 2 minutes.
This is a camera angle that you don't often see. Like at any point, they could walk away. Like it's like a standing angle.
Yeah.
Like if they are leaning against a wall.
And it's weird 'cause I don't think they do it like at all like the rest of the movie. There's nothing else even close to this kind of angle.
Mm-hmm.
We do have some comments about John Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
And I was looking at what he's written and directed. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Breakfast Club, Weird Science, Uncle Buck, Beethoven, Dennis the Menace, Home Alone 1, 2, and 3, 16 Candles, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He wrote all those and directed a lot of those.
Not talented whatsoever. I think you just named off 15 movies that would be considered classics from multiple generations.
Yeah.
Also, we had Edgar Watson on the Facebook page say, seriously, at $500, I'll send a toy from my collection. So that sounds sweet. I don't know what kind of collection you have, though. That if it's depending on the type of toys you have, I don't know if we need to send those toys for tots.
Is it a Ryder BB gun?
I just found my Red Ryder BB gun, by the way. Still works.
Still works. Still killing squirrels.
I don't know if you could tell, but my eye has been shot out.
Yeah, I just assume that like you're just always swollen.
That too. I hang around a lot of beehives.
Here we go. The first reference of the Christmas bonus, which people in the 80s loved getting those Christmas bonuses.
So Google says the People cover is a spoof with the director on the cover.
Oh, okay.
That is via Derek Anderson. So thank you for doing the research that we could have easily done, but we are not motivated enough to do, apparently.
Well done. Well, John Hughes looks like a serial killer in that photo. Thank you, Josh Jameson, for the donation. We're really, one of y'all are going shirtless soon. We're collecting some solid cash here.
Nice.
By the way, the boss is Bill Murray's older brother.
Yes.
Brian Doyle. I almost said Murphy.
Oh, Doyle
That's
rules.
not true.
It's his older brother, Bill Murphy.
Bill Murphy. By the way, does anybody else's moms just have poinsettias around all Christmas? You can see them in the background. I don't know how that got relegated to just the holiday plant.
Yeah, aren't they like poisonous or something?
Yeah, I don't think you have. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, because
cats. Maybe.
every time that I see a plant, I keister it, so I have to be careful.
Wendy wants to know, where are y'all watching the movie? Does that mean where we're all individually watching? I mean, Ryan, you're in I think you're in a dungeon of some type, right?
Yeah, I'm in my weird Christmas dungeon. No, this is my living room. I got my feet up, got the laptop on my belly like an otter.
That's right.
As is my way.
Just letting the laptop warm up so it makes you sterile, as you do.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I'm tired of those woodies.
I am live on site outside the Griswold's house, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things in this scene that we don't have anymore, like the credit card swiper thing. Not even the swiper, but whatever that was.
Hankies.
Hanky, yeah, gross. You remember your grandpa carrying around a hanky, just a snot rag?
Mine had a tobacco rag, which is even worse.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What a great role for. I wonder if this woman, like you see roles like this where it's like everyone remembers her.
Yeah, what else did she do?
I don't know.
The director.
Yeah.
Am I right, guys?
Am I right? Whoa!
And Chevy Chase. He actually did the director to get this role for the third one.
Bobby wants to know why I'm taking the tiniest little sips of my drink. Well, there's only one way to drink apple juice, Bobby. On
He's
ice.
like, hey, I have this apple juice and I have to drive later.
And it's gradual.
Oh, yeah. Somebody said.
I have found out that this woman, the actor here, has not done anything since 2000.
Get out.
and it was an episode of NYPD Blue. Apparently,
She probably got killed in that episode.
yeah, that is via my lovely girlfriend. She's on research over here.
And rules.
Yeah, way to go, Ann.
This is a long scene. This woman is getting amazing screen time in a Christmas classic.
No shit.
Is this a running scene in all these vacation movies of him just being smitten by
a
an
strange
attractive woman? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I know, at least in the first one. Like, isn't that the Christy Brinkley?
I think so.
Yeah.
The Uptown Girl?
Yeah, see, no line. That take, I love takes like that.
Okay, I need to look this up.
There's the Guns N' Roses poster on the wall.
Nice.
I don't believe that Johnny Galecki's watching It's a Wonderful Life. I just don't believe that.
Just hanging.
Have you guys ever actually seen It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
It's a good movie.
I haven't.
It's Jimmy Stewart.
Yep.
I'm a big
Hey.
Oh, it's the parents. I always confused the redheaded mom with George Costanza's mom, but this is Ray Romano's mom.
Yes,
that's how I
Ray
remember.
Romano's mom. Ray Romano.
So the actress from the last scene is Nicolette Scorsese.
Oh. She sounds scandalous.
Yeah.
Immediately they walk in and they're just complaining.
Yeah. Yeah, they took a pint of fluid out of it. That's like exactly how my dad would be. I wouldn't talk to my dad for months, and he'd be like, "Yeah, they're draining my cyst." You're like, Jesus, happy birthday to me.
You're gonna want to put a towel down before I sit on that couch.
Here's a comment from Tess Murray. I'm not sure what's happening. I assume I followed Brent because I think he's hot. I'm very drunk and will say pretty much anything right now. Thank you, Tess, for joining us.
Yes.
This is technically our podcast. It's a weekly podcast called the Cafeteria Podcast, but we're having a special live watch along of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. But while you're drinking, there's nothing better to do than watch us watch a movie on silent, but also subscribe to the podcast. Cafeteria
And also
Podcast.
donate to Toys for Tots, as that is also what we're doing. At the
That's
link
right.
that's scrolling.
Streamlabs.com/Johnny LaQuasto. 100% of donations go to Toys for Tots. I'll post it right now. Boom.
Boom.
Have you guys? Are you guys like putting up Christmas lights, or have you in the past?
We have one string out on our balcony. It almost broke the balcony.
And it's a G string.
Yes, it's one G string that lights up when I'm aroused.
So it's lit up all the time.
What is our drinking game, by the way? Are we gonna every time this couple appears on screen?
God, that guy looks like now he looks like Neo from the Matrix.
He kind of looks like Taxi driver Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
He looks like a Russian operative in like every like spy type movie.
Question to everyone in the chat. For those of you who are homeowners, because Lord knows the three of us definitely are not homeowners.
I am.
Brent's
Oh,
a
are
homo. Look at Brent's beautiful house right behind him.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, have any of you ever had to like use a massive ladder to climb on the roof of your house? Tell us what that's like.
I used a smaller ladder to put up our Christmas lights this year.
Whoa.
2 strands, not bragging.
Well, it's
You're
behind
festive
you.
as shit.
Yeah, we see it. It's behind you. It's really impressive.
Man, I know I could do this now, but I can't wait to be just old as hell like that, where you can just sleep all the time and everyone just leaves you be.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be the guy that walks in the room and is like, "Get out of my chair!"
Mm-hmm.
Like you have the assigned chair.
Yeah, I I got an ass divot that I've been working on for years.
Get out of my groove.
Archie Bunker style. Get the hell out of my chair.
But Archie,
I'll be honest. I'm gonna go suspenders all the time when I get older. Like, forget about belts. They're done.
Yeah, I'm going to do suspenders with sweatpants. It's going to be a really rough time in my older years.
You have to clip them onto the pants.
I can't even keep elastic pants up. That's how weirdly out of shape I'll be.
Hey, Rai, do you have a relative named Kayla?
I do. That's my sister.
Well, she's an angel, unlike yourself, because she just donated to Toys for Tots.
Oh, well, thank you, Kayla.
Thank you, Kayla.
If you also want to keep donating, you can buy me another Christmas present.
By that, he means a video game he'll never play.
Exactly.
Let's see. Anyone? Howie Z says, I had to buy a ladder with a 350-pound limit. Too fat for the roof, but what do you do? LOL. You're damn right, homie.
Too fat for the roof is going to be Brent's next special.
Yep. It's going to be Clark W. Griswold here in a minute when he goes in the attic.
Mm-hmm. Bobby Goldman says, and we know Bobby Goldman, we love her. She made the HMS Cheeks clapping artwork. She says, my husband makes me hold the ladder whenever he goes up to repair shingles. And I don't believe he means the medical condition shingles, because I don't think he needs to go on the ladder for that. But I don't think he knows that I have no upper body strength, and if the ladder slips, he's done for. Solid.
Yeah, you're merely a prop at that point. Like, that's.
I always feel bad for the holder, whether it's the flashlight or the ladder, because you always get, grief from whoever's doing the real work.
Nathan Dillinger, thank you for your donation, my friend.
Yes, thank you, Nathan. We're going to get Brent's shirt off yet.
I mean, we're up to $150.
Here's a little preview, guys.
There.
A little quarter nip.
Hey.
Well, that do my deep V. There it is.
Oh, look at that chest hair. Oh, another $5. We're going to go further with it. We're going to cut that V.
Oh, God. That yell.
Solid comment by Don Dunscombe saying, Brent's, your childhood first communion photo should be in your background. I agree.
That's true. Maybe I could change that midstream.
It's in the background of my brain at all times. It's just right there.
Dude, the Photoshop work that your fans / followers do, it makes my day.
Or so enemies. Some of them. It could be your enemies. I don't know.
I did. One of my recent favorite ones was my one dressed in my Cub Scout uniform as the Pinewood Derby in front of Joe Biden in a Corvette. But yes. in the background was me praying. So I was double the Brent.
You are in there twice.
I also like you in The Shining.
Yeah. Double Brent again.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm convinced that this guy is part vampire, part I can't remember his name from Taxi Driver.
You can tell.
Mark, how do I buy tokens for the Cam talent? Well, if you do that donation link right here, we're gonna get Brent's savory nipples out.
Yeah, Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver.
That's right. We don't have a Patreon yet, but we might start one tonight.
Are you making icicles at me? I don't see anybody else around. I love the dynamic that her parents are never pleased with anything Clark ever does. And he just puts up with it.
Now, it's interesting. We all know Chevy Chase has a bad reputation as a human being. But, God, he plays the happy dad so well in this movie.
Yep. I love some of the drum rolls here.
Brensky, we have a emotional support bear koozie purchaser.
Oh, you mean one of these?
Yeah.
Within reach?
Their name is Night Owl. That's not disturbing at all.
Thank you, Night Owl.
Oh, Like this, like with the lights not coming up, this is like the perfect metaphor for the first time I had sex. There's a lot of buildup.
Yep.
I asked for a drum roll.
And then what happens?
Then nothing got turned on.
Nothing. Just went back inside.
Head down.
That's such a great insult.
And ironically, the same line happened to you. Let's go back in where it's warm.
Let's go back in where it's warm. I was like, I worked really hard on this.
I love that older guy. There's so many. There's a number of actors that from the 80s and 90s that were older at the time who were just in so many. Like that guy's one of them. Like you recognize him from a few things.
The guy down the street from my house has ho, ho, ho on top of his house. There's some number of houses in this neighborhood that are pretty impressive, lights-wise.
You should complain to the HOA just because your house isn't as impressive. And instead of letting people feel joy, just ruin them. Bring them to your level.
Mm-hmm.
And he never takes his trash can in the day after trash day, so I'm really going to take this son of a bitch down, this little SOB.
This little SOB.
Dude, it's kind of weird that Juliette Lewis is a kid in this movie, and not too many years later, she's a natural-born killer.
Yeah.
That's weird. Mel Brooks is my hero. Howie Z, you're goddamn right. God, what a legend. There's an episode of
Sassy.
Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee where Seinfeld sits down with Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner, where they just hang out every day and they watch TV and bullshit. And it's just like, it's a must watch.
Must watch?
Yeah, much like this.
Yes. There you go.
Did you guys have bunk beds when you were a kid? We had bunk beds, my brother and I. Thanks for bringing him up.
I'm going to assume your brother was on top.
No, he had the bottom bunk.
Why would you be on top? That's unsafe.
It was very much Skipper and Gilligan. Just the mattress sagging down into his face.
Wait, would he swing up and hit you in the head with his hat?
Yeah, he would say, "Little buddy, I've had enough of you."
Little buddy.
I actually did that once. My older brother, he had the top bunk, and I was pissed at him for some reason. So I started like kicking the bottom bunk, and then it. That's following it on to me, and that's why I don't have arms. That was the accident. That's when it happened.
I would really like for you to just pepper in a Joker style reasons you don't have arms. Like, you want to know how I got these arms?
I want to know how I did. Well, because when I tell the real story, it's amazing sometimes when people will ask, like, what happened? And I'm like, well, it was just a birth defect. How, like, deflated they look.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they wanted to be like, shit, man, werewolf attack. It was fucking bananas.
Let's respect the bump that Chevy just took, by the way. Ladder right to the forehead.
There's a lot of ladder comedy in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is the ultimate ladder comedy of the 80s.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you know, that's how improv classes went in the 80s. It started off with ladder comedy, and then you worked your way to Yes And.
Yeah, it's ladder, yes, and.
Shout out to Jason Hall for being on a bunk bed right now.
Oh.
Hell, for real. Like that, for real. I know you're going to think I'm lying, but for real, I'm on this bunk bed.
It has real talk.
I like the how Chevy Chase feels he has to go like in the other side of the attic and then put the presents all the way down and wherever it is, like anybody was going to go up there to look in the first place.
It's like all dusty and gross and filled with cobwebs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like our favorite thing growing up, because like we lived in a trailer, so there wasn't too many places to hide the stuff. But like as soon as like November came around, every day, boom, we were on the hunt.
Dude, in a trailer park, you had to like literally bury the presents in the ground to hide them.
Yeah, so, who am I kidding? Usually you just didn't get presents because you lived in a trailer park.
The trailer is the present. It's like when you got socks. It's It's gonna have to be for your Christmas. That doesn't count.
It's like, yeah, I could get you some GI Joes, or we could eat.
Right.
Parents in the chat,
Oh,
where do you?
Not quite a ladder, but it was wood. Nope. Oh, more wood.
Chevy Chase is just a one-man Three Stooges.
Yeah, he's Sideshow Bobbing his way through this.
Parents in the chat, where do you hide the toys for your kids? Or where did you find the toys when you're a kid?
Mm-hmm.
My mom always left stuff in the trunk of the car.
Okay.
I was just like, I was going to bring it in.
Risky considering thievery, probably common in trailer parks.
Yeah.
My brother and I did not have bunk beds. We did share a room, though, my entire childhood. We had the classic, like, skinny-ass double beds with a tiny little dresser in the middle of us.
What's your age difference?
4 years.
That's got to be awkward.
I bet he loved that when he was getting into his masturbatory years.
You know, it's funny. I didn't think about that till just now.
That's weird. The first time I met your brother, that's all I could think about.
And that was all he talked about, I think.
Exactly. It was weird. We really connected. It was just this like animal thing. It was nice.
He's like, hey, while Johnny's over there, can I talk to you about something?
Can I talk to you?
Let's see, what are we up to now? On the Toys for Tots donations, we're up to $190. You guys are the best. This is incredible.
These pants are coming off.
Mm-hmm. All of them.
Yeah. My girlfriend just brought up a good point for this part right here. When he fell through the roof, it's already broken. Why didn't he just crawl through that hole?
That's exactly
damaged it.
Here's the thing, though. In 80s comedies, you really don't need anything to make sense, and we still think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's doofy.
The short
I should have dressed up like this. I wish I could have figured this out.
Like everybody's aunt.
At my wedding, this is what I'm going to wear.
The movie, it was called Christmas 59, which is the short story that this movie's based off of.
Oh.
So you're saying John Hughes wrote and filmed the short story first, or just wrote the short story?
He wrote the short story for National Lampoon, and then 9 years later made the movie.
Wow, that's great. Well, now that you mention all those, what would be your favorite John Hughes film?
Well, let me cut in here real quick. This footage at the childhood home is actually the home of Samantha from Bewitched.
Oh, okay.
I know both you guys were like, isn't that the home from Bewitched?
I was thinking that. When I used to live in Evansville, Indiana, I lived like 2 blocks away from the house from Roseanne. So,
oh, no shit.
Yeah.
And true. Johnny Galecki lived there. So,
yeah,
exactly. That's how I tied that in together.
You know, it's funny. I was at work today, and I was in a patient room, and one of them had the TV on, and it was one of the episodes of Roseanne. I watched a lot of episodes of Roseanne as a kid. Remember the one where like they both threw their backs out and they couldn't walk? It was that episode. It was on silent. I only saw 2 seconds of it, but they were both bent over, and you could tell that was the episode.
So, someone said, I'm going to butcher this name, Thiz de Becker. My parents used to hide it above the attic stairwell. We had to climb on a ledge with a 10-foot drop and then get a wooden case on a shelf with 1 foot on the ledge.
Whoa.
That just sounds dangerous as hell.
Yeah. It's like some Mission Impossible style stuff without the ranting at the crew, but
it does sound like a very European thing to do, and his name is Thiz de Becker. So maybe. My sister broke a leg once, but the present was worth it. I think it's in Mission Impossible 7. These comments are great. Oh my God, we just had $100 donation.
Oh, whoa. Damn.
And it's from one of my best friends in life. Tony, you son of a bitch. You didn't have to do that, but thank you.
Yeah, Tony, you SOB.
Yeah, Tony, you little SOB.
SOB.
Oh, this is awesome.
We have a couple people. I don't know if you guys can see it on your end. A couple people are asking for a movie timestamp to be able to catch up if they're just joining us.
Sure. Let's do that. Let's figure this out right now.
I can tell you that right now. I am at 36, 44, 45,
Yeah.
46, 47. They are on the lawn trying to light the lights again. Him and Beverly D'Angelo.
And right now, let's just say 37 minutes exactly right now. But yeah, so Tony, who just donated the money, every time I go back home to Pennsylvania, I stay with him and his amazing wife, and they house me and give me shelter, and they clothe me, and they bathe me, and I really appreciate that.
Why do they bathe you?
Because I don't really ask for what they offer. What am I going to say, no? Ryan, have you ever said no when someone asks you to bathe them? No.
No, I refuse to take no for an answer, quite frankly.
Yes, and?
It comes to being bathed.
Look at this creepy-ass couple. They remind me of Rob Lowe and the Perfect 10 in Tommy Boy. A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I'd like to point out, I think every Christmas movie has to have a cluster of chords. Way too many chords for everything.
Yes.
This and A Christmas Story, other movies, I proved my point. Thank you very much.
I am going to say, when I finally am able to get my game room fully together, because I have like 27 systems I need to get hooked up at once, that's what it's going to look like.
Just got a text from Tony saying, we only asked to bathe you because you smell. Yes.
It was more for them than you.
And that is as planned. FYI. Corey Wilson with a comment. It would be rude not to let them bathe you. Thank you. I know. What are friends for? Oh, no. He's going to try to plug shit in again. It's almost time for another apple juice.
This snapping is the best. I fixed it.
You know what the best part is? This is the most simple premise for a movie, and it's considered a classic.
Like I'm impressed. Like when you kind of like go back and watch this, like every scene is a pretty strong gag. Yeah. Like it's like kind of like one after another after another. There's not like it's not like a movie where it's like, oh, here's the one thing it's known for.
And I mean, this is the third movie in the quote franchise.
Mm-hmm. Pete Gareed, happy holidays back to you, my friend. Hope you're great. Claudine C with a great comment. Cluster of chords, yet another nickname of 2020. Yeah.
Cluster of chords.
Please, that's an understatement. Brooke Compty saying, hello from Pasa Get Down, Ena, Texas.
In this scene, he actually broke his finger, but he had to keep going to get the take.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll give him credit for that.
I don't think that's that impressive. He still has 9 left.
Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
This stairs.
I just love the fact that he was so concerned with making his house look ridiculous with Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Like I had to be forced to put a tiny Charlie Brown looking sad ass tree up in my place. And he's doing this.
All that tree needs is some love and care, tender love and care.
Well, really tense. For $5,800, Johnny will give that tree some tender love and care right here on the live stream.
For a lot less. Vanessa O'Connor says, happy holidays. Love you guys and all the work you do to help others. Well, we love you, Vanessa. We appreciate you.
Hey, birthday twin. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Yeah. My buddy Vanessa.
Howard Macanudo, hello from Chicago. Well, he's wearing a Bears hat in Christmas vacation.
They are in Chicago. Or the suburbs.
I need to get another apple juice, guys. But feel free to look at my sweater as I stand up.
You'll have to explain it when you come back. But look at that. Look at that sweater.
Look at that. Oh, there it is.
Ho, 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 ho.
Isn't that a terrible sweater? He just left. We can talk about him.
Yeah, it's the worst. No, when he comes back, we'll talk about him too. It's a really bad sweater.
Yeah. Cousin Eddie. I'm gonna see if
Now the movie's about to kick into high gear.
God, he's probably the best character in this movie.
Yeah.
I just looked right.
Him and his interactions with Chevy Chase are the only thing that saved like the later National Lampoon movies that are pretty rough.
Also, Randy Quaid was the star of the only sequel to a sequel, Christmas Vacation 2.
There's a Christmas Vacation 2?
Are you kidding me?
2003 National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure. It was made for TV.
Good.
Finds Randy Quaid and Miriam Flynn stranded on an island in the South Pacific for the holidays. Currently has an 11% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Good God.
Wow.
The name of that movie sounds like it was released for the Nintendo Wii.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure.
Hold on, though.
Nintendo Wii.
If this was 89, what was like the next installment in the vacation? Let's not count the Randy
Vegas
Quaid
Vacation.
one.
Was it Vegas? Yeah.
Oh, and that was kind of like a letdown. That was what, 94 or something?
That was the one that I actually saw first.
I saw Vegas Vacation because at the time I was in high school and we had like the illegal cable box for pay channels, and that was on all the time. So I did definitely see that one. That was like, hey, he's Nick Papa Giorgio. He like got in with the mob or something like that.
Put $1 in, I win a car.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how that movie, Johnny, is what you are risking going to jail for.
I didn't own the cable box. I own nothing in the house. I just used it.
Vegas was 97. Yeah.
13% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well,
yeah. I thought like it has its moments. The best part of that movie is definitely the casino, like the basically like off the strip casino where it had games like how many fingers am I holding up? Yeah. Like,
my favorite part is the old man. I won the money. And he dies.
Yeah.
What I love about Randy Quaid is, he's Eddie and he's amazing. He's brilliant in this movie. Was it 5 years later? Independence Day was 94 or 96. It was one of those two. They must have been like, hey, you know what you did in Christmas Vacation? Just do it again.
Yeah.
It was
just
the same
do that,
guy.
but in a crop dusting plane.
Yeah, and you're gonna save the world by crashing your plane.
Cousin Eddie, the character's based off a real guy he knew growing up in Texas, and most notably his tendency toward tongue clicking is what he took from the guy.
Fair enough. What a tight sweater. That can't be comfortable.
Also, if you notice here, you have reference to Wally World with the glasses that they're drinking out of.
Solid Easter egg there.
Yeah, there's no way that like his character would willingly wear that shirt. Just so tight. Mm-mm. It's like how every one of my shirts is.
It's funny.
Just by nature.
Yeah.
Watching Randy Quaid in this movie, like you have to believe like he probably inspired a lot of really good comedic actors. Like when I see John C. Reilly, I kind of see like a lot of Cousin Eddie in it. Am I way off on that? Everyone watching?
Yeah. I just noticed how like I never really noticed the dickie he was wearing underneath before. I never fully noticed. Like now that my dad is no longer on this earth. Thanks for bringing that up, Brent.
Say hi to my brother.
Yeah, it's incredible how much like Cousin Eddie my dad actually was. But my dad didn't think he was this type of guy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Cousin Eddie had porn on VHS that he would have, if he had a son, run down the street to his friend Kurt.
Yeah, Cousin Eddie still has a VHS porn collection.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow kept it in the RV. Like you think that would be the sacrifice you would make to live in an RV. Also, you can buy that Dickie. What I read on the National Lampoon website, you can buy a Cousin Eddie Dickie.
Nice.
Good.
And whoever's joining us, we are now just under 47 minutes into the film. So basically go to 47 minutes and you'll be right there on point with us.
Boom. And just thanks for being here, everybody. We'll just kind of put that in. We're the Cafeteria Podcast, and we're happy to see you guys.
That's right. You can download us anywhere on your favorite podcast platform. Just look up Cafeteria Podcast. We're the only one that shows. Well, actually, no. There's other ones, but we're the best one that shows up. And you'll see like the little the thing behind me. And also, we're also taking donations to Toys for Tots. So go to streamlabs.com/Johnny LaQuasto, and 100% of donations go to Toys for Tots. We're up to $287 right now.
Ooh, is that U.S.?
I believe it's U.S. I mean,
Okay.
yes. I don't know any other denomination, so yeah.
Bitcoin, It would peak this week.
It did. And once again, I'm pissed that I never decided to learn things like Bitcoin.
If you look, they're all the same present on this guy's table.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's all that useless Tetris piece.
There's another guy, great character actor, had a crazy good career.
And the voice, like he's so like, if you
Who
didn't
is
know
that?
him,
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you his name, but God damn it, I know who he is.
it's
That's the kind of career I'd want. You know, I don't need.
instead just nobody knows your name.
Yeah,
You haven't got that other part
it's
yet.
the opposite of the Cheers theme song.
yeah. Like, oh, you're that guy. Sure.
Sometimes you want to go where nobody gives a shit.
I'm home, thanks.
And they point and say, you're that guy. And you nod and walk away. We have someone from New Zealand in the house. What's
From New
up,
Zealand?
Valley Umpil?
Hello, New Zealand.
Brian Doyle Murray. Yes.
Brian Doyle Murphy. I told you people
Murray.
at the beginning.
Wait, who is Bill Murray's brother? That guy?
Yeah, the
Right,
boss.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, that's amazing. Paul Ponte, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. What are in those gifts? Melanie Dolter wants to know. I believe it's the soul of Marcellus Wallace. Pretty sure.
Last week on the Cafeteria Podcast, we had the topic of snow memories. And it took me back to the many times I would sled in the cemetery, which I'm finding out. I not now, but I knew it was weird to be sledding around all these dead people. But when you find a good hill, you gotta
not around them, on top of them.
you just take the snow and ramp off a headstone.
Sure.
There was one headstone you knew you could push over to make a ramp. And then you would just.
Then my hair just ain't going to look right, Clark. What a great accent.
I think we're all almost to the age now where we can unironically wear hats like that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that hat is a staple for Christmas movies. A Christmas Story hat.
Yeah.
To your point, Rai, and I don't know if it's trendy at all, but as far as like getting to an age where you think certain things make sense, I love wearing higher socks now. But even like when I was a kid and in high school, I would make fun of the half calvesy socks. I wear them daily now.
Oh, see, I've always worn them. I can't wear like ankle socks because I just have cankles. So like they don't stay up. Within like 10 minutes, they're in my shoe.
Right. I believe
You should get those sock holder thing up, or like
Sock suspenders.
yeah, whatever those things are called.
Yeah.
Any dad in the 50s had those.
Well, Ryan, according to your IMDb, cankles are what ruined your theater career. Is that correct?
It is true. Yes, my sports career. I was going to play in the NBA, but
Right.
once I developed cankles, a bad case of them.
He'll never be King Lear again. Not with those cankles.
Not even strength shoes going to help those cankles.
Yeah, this scene here is like where I remembered starting to love this movie. It was like the funniest thing in the world when I was like 8.
First off, didn't know Walmart was around in the late 80s.
Walmart's been around for forever.
Well,
We can't all be bougie like you, where we all shopped at fancy stores, Johnny?
No, Dick. I'm fairly certain Pennsylvania didn't even have a Walmart. That's how behind we were.
What did you have? Target? Is that what you called it?
Oh, I'm
No,
Johnny.
we had Kmart.
Oh,
And it wasn't even super, just regular.
And Woolworths. Jason Hall says wearing sock garters will get you laid easily.
is that true, Ann? Ann seems to disagree, but that might just be because she doesn't like me. Yeah. Oh, she wants bare cankles. That's why. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Show me them cankles. Instead
Yeah,
of feet pics, you should sell cankle pics.
For $6,100,
Yeah.
you'll get to see some cankle play on this.
If you're wondering what's on Ryan's OnlyFans, Gangles.
It's only cankles.
Get those penis pics out of here. We want more cankle.
That's right.
Yeah, I put one dick pic on there, and people were like, "Get that out of here!" This scene right here was it was such forbidden fruit because every time we would get to watch this with like my parents,
Yeah.
my
Cover
mom
your
would cover
eyes.
our eyes. Yeah,
You know what's weird? Looking back between, the scene in the with Nicolette Scorsese, not related to Martin, and Chevy's looking at his family, not at hot chicks. Okay, I was gonna say Chevy's kind of a creep in this movie, but no, maybe not so much.
oh, he's definitely a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chevy definitely has some daddy movies hidden somewhere in that house too.
In the
Anthony's-
attic. You know it's in the attic.
Anthony swearing in with the comment of the night. Why did Kmart always look similar to a crack flea market or Berlin 1945? Well done, sir.
Yeah, like the way that like my mom desperately covered my eyes during this, I was disappointed when I actually got to see it.
Only side boob? No,
Okay,
thank you.
I was premature. That's right. I knew he was creepy in this scene. I forgot why. Nicolette shows back up. Look at her, star of the film.
Yeah. Anyone else got a Woody right now, or just Chevy wants to slosh in her sewers? I'll tell you that
Right.
much.
It's funny watching this, man. I think movies like Comedy Boy were definitely inspired, but this is exactly the David Spade hot chick getting naked in the pool scene where Farley catches him, sloshing in his own sewer.
We have little Cindy Lou Who coming down to ruin the moment.
Mm-hmm. Is he dreaming this?
No, it's happening for real. It's daytime outside.
Yeah, there's a time warp.
Okay. We have a long comment from Shar Earling, and I'm not quite sure what it means.
There's a lot going on there, and I never learned to read.
Mm-hmm. This movie was one of the only 2 movies released in 1989. Christmas movies, I should say.
That's just the only movie. It was a rough year for movies.
That's why it was so
it was
popular.
this and Batman.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, don't forget UHF. Come on, 1989. It just happened to open up against Raiders of the Lost Ark, which buried it. But don't get me started. UHF, greatest feature film of all time.
Well, before you both interrupted me, I was saying 2 Christmas movies released this year, which I think is odd. I mean, maybe it was different back then, but it was Christmas Vacation and a movie called Prancer, which also starred Johnny Galecki.
What the hell is
Really, man, he has the market on late 80s Christmas movies. Was he Prancer? Was he a reindeer?
I think he was. And that's based on me agreeing with you. Nothing else.
I just don't want to argue.
Yes.
To answer your question, Tiffany, it's not quite Scotch, but it's close, yes.
The budget for this movie was $27 million.
Wow. Solid comment from Sarah Maisel. Speaking of the little girl, is that Chaka from Land of the Lost? Tommy Boy is basically planes, trains, automobiles. I mean, Fair, Robert. Fair. And
More
I
or
love them
less.
both. God, John Candy. Him and Farley. Why couldn't they have not just lived? Think about it. You know what I mean? Like John
Johnny,
Candy,
that was like the least deep thought I've ever heard in my life.
I would love to hear your eulogy. Just why hitting the casket?
Yeah.
Lived, man.
I unfold a big piece of paper. Why couldn't you have just lived?
Lived.
Thank you.
Jason Hall says Prancer's the most depressing shit ever. I've not seen it, but
Is that going to be our next live watch along?
We should do more of these.
Yeah. This is fun unless everyone hates them, and then I hated the idea to begin with.
I mean, to be fair, we started off with 500 and we're down to 130. But, look, people have shit to do. I mean, there's a reason why morning radio shows play the same shit every 15 minutes because people have things to do. That's okay.
Yeah, that's the nature of this.
Yeah.
These 130, they're the OGs.
Mm-hmm. They're the cafeteria-ites.
There we go. Yeah, you're right.
Solid Blackhawks jersey.
I think the next one we should watch stream live is Marley and Me.
Oh, God. Never seen it. I'm afraid to.
I've never seen it either, but I just know that you shouldn't watch it.
Yeah, it's a nice comedy romp.
I mean, look, if we're all willing to cry on a internet platform,
I might cry during this. I don't know.
yeah.
Is this the most iconic scene from this movie? Maybe Shitter's Full?
Oh, yeah,
Or
absolutely.
the light scene?
I feel like it.
I think it's this. Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Tiffany.
mean, anecdotally, just when we started announcing we were doing this, the amount of shitters full.
Hey, Tiffany,
comment.
look at the sweater, Tiffany.
Yeah, we need to talk about this here in a minute. Also, can you imagine just seeing all that shit splash on your boots?
Oh, look at this dickhead going to jog. Really?
I wear glasses so I can go out and run in the sunshine.
This guy is so Goldblum from Jurassic Park.
Somehow shit finds a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like how cousin Eddie right now is literally sloshing in the sewer. I like how it's like still smoking a little bit. Like,
Did they make robes that short before?
I think that's probably a lady's robe, right? I would say.
Claudine says, I was just harassed by your sweater. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
You want to tell us about that sweater now, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yep.
Give us a little background on that sweater.
Sure. I was doing shows in Denver. I want to say about 6 years ago. I was opening for I want to say it was our friend Matt Eisman, who if you watch America's Ninja Warrior, whatever the hell the show's called, American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, I know Matt. Matt's a good guy.
America's Next Top Ninja Warrior.
Love Matt to death. It was
America's Got Ninja Warriors.
America's Got Talented Ninja Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a full-on healthcare weekend. He's a former doctor. I'm a PT. It was great, and I wanted to find. I knew I had a sweater contest coming up, and so I was walking around downtown Denver, and I went into like a vintage store, and I remember I saw this sweater. It was almost like when Clark saw the Christmas tree. It was glistening and glowing, and there was a woman looking at it, like she had her hand on it, like she was interested. I'm like, you better drop that sweater right now.
Did you punch an old lady to get that?
It was an elbow.
Okay.
$40, and it's already won me 2 or 3 Christmas sweater contests, and here we are on a Saturday night. I have my church outfit for tomorrow. So
you're already pre-dressed. That thing looks heavy enough where it's gonna like make you slip a disc.
It's exhausting. This is a heavy. I have to pack this so carefully. I've flown across country with it before. I've done comedy shows in it for Christmas, and it's very complicated, but it's held stood the test of time.
Do you wash that?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Absolutely not.
I mean, but then again, Johnny doesn't wash any of his clothing, so
It's kind of like how Sacha Baron Cohen would never wash the Borat suit. You don't wash the Christmas sweater.
That's right. Jekwi.
I do like this Walmart scene because I just like to, if you go back and watch old TV commercials and stuff, this Walmart Old Roy dog food brand really resonates with me because my family would always get the Old Roy, whatever
because
the cheapest
that's what your
is
mother
for
would feed you and your brother.
That's right. You mix some water in, it makes its own gravy.
And she would mix it with her finger. Cassandra, yes, lifelong Chiefs fan. For 30 years, it sucked, and now it's amazing.
As a Dolphins fan, I will never know what that's like.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you
Now,
were a Dolphins fan.
I don't know what was it Aunt Bethany, maybe?
Aunt Bethany, yeah.
She was the voice of Betty Boop.
Oh, really?
No way. Wait, that woman there?
Yes.
You're kidding me. She's another legend. And, oh, God, this guy. That's what I'm talking about. Guys like him. I'm trying to think of what else. We've seen him in other things.
He's the voice of Dr. Finkelstein from A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Genius.
Yeah, she is my favorite part of this entire movie.
They're both together.
Just like I love like her walking up. Don't throw me down, Clark. Like what? Like why would he throw her down? Like under what circumstance?
They're so perfect. I almost feel like anyone who gets into entertainment, especially like as an actor, even if your career's not going like great, say you're not on sitcoms, you're holding out to where you live long enough to be like a great old person in films. Because like you see these two stand the test of time.
Awesome.
Her name's Mae Questel, and she began her career as Betty Boop in 1931. And she died, thanks for bringing that up, January of 98 at 89.
Was that before your brother?
That was before my brother passed away.
Tiffany Hollister, thank you so much. I'm proud of the Cripple Threat moniker as well.
Yeah, it's a great name. It really is. You know what's funny, Ryan, is when you get to a point in your career where like you're super famous, you should bring back the Jurassic Park as like a retro.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah. The Ryan E. Miller retro line.
That's what I need. It'd be like my own WWE action figures when they did all those like classic ones. It'd just be me.
Yep.
I love the
Yo, first off, let's not forget Cousin Eddie's outfits in this film. Good God.
I was about to say.
So good. We're getting close to the big scene. The
cat.
The rant, if you will.
This movie. Just like every scene is such a good gag. Mm-hmm. Like there's no downers in this one.
Yeah. It's funny because you watch movies like this and you wonder, our generation always says like, stuff's not great anymore. And I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of things in comedy and film and stuff, they have progressed. But also, it seems like back then, like 20, 30 years ago, you had a bigger playing field. Like you had people like Mel Brooks. Picture Mel Brooks in his prime. Do you think he would get away with Mel Brooks shit? I really think he would struggle.
Yeah, I mean, everything's just like a product of its time and generation. It's like if I can watch some old comedies and they don't always hit with me the same way because I wasn't. It's like a reason that comes to something like Monty Python. I think we've talked about this before. The 10% of it that I like, I think is brilliant, and 90% of it I don't get because I wasn't in England in the 70s or whatever. So it's just like it doesn't resonate with me in any kind of way.
Yeah, fair enough. It's kind of like a modern day Kids in the Hall. Love everything Kids in the Hall do, but I understand how a lot of it people would not get and think it's funny. But I love ballsy comedy where it's like, yeah, we think it's funny. We don't care if you think it's funny.
Right.
And by the way, Eddie's wife in this, brilliant. She's adorable.
Have you guys ever had a holiday dinner just go wrong? Obviously, like the turkey just...
No, because I didn't
being
cook
whatever
it.
The turkey is.
Every single dinner my mom has ever cooked.
Oh, no.
She is not good.
I'm very fortunate. My mom's not only an angel, but she knows how to cook like everything.
This is not a holiday dinner, but my mom... she worked in a bakery in a high school, but then like side gigs, she would decorate cakes for weddings and stuff.
Whoa.
and she made like this huge cake for somebody's birthday and left it on the table. And we had a husky and a black lab, and she left it on the table. And they got up and ate the whole cake.
Oh, no.
So there was just blue icing everywhere. And then my brother and I had to tell her, and she started crying. So that's how that went.
Please
All
tell me
that work on this cake.
Please tell me the cake wasn't chocolate.
I mean, the dogs live for longer than that, so I don't think it was chocolate.
It's all a myth.
Cousin Eddie just eating right out of the serving dish.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, so we know your mom obviously was a lunch lady because we talk about it on the Cafeteria Podcast, but I assume she was like a culinary, wizard in a way. She probably loves making food.
Yeah, she's a great cook, and my mom is a very good, baker. She can, she would make like 3-tier cakes and stuff. Really good at baking.
Shout out to her once again. Love to have her on the show in your place sometime.
We'll get Crazy Karen on the show.
Yeah.
We should
get us in touch with her agent.
Here's an idea.
She's
we should do a Mother's
CAA.
Day. We're way ahead of ourselves. A Mother's Day episode.
Let's have a Cafeteria Podcast where our moms have to be on instead of us.
I never thought he was very funny, but he tried very hard. We have kind of was that a rat tail or a mullet on that little kid?
Oh, that's a sweet ass mullet. Serious, Clark?
Look at his outfit. Dear God, it's so good. A lot of Kids in the Hall love. Yeah, Kids in the Hall, geniuses. If you haven't seen Kids in the Hall Brain Candy, do yourself a favor. Watch it as soon as you get done watching this. It's a genius movie.
So I just want to let you guys know I've had to urinate pretty badly for the last 20 minutes.
Bye.
I'm going to hold off.
Oh.
If we get up to $7,600, I will piss myself live on camera right now.
Well, you already said on the show this week that you weren't going to do a number 2 all week.
Because the shitter was full.
Yeah.
That is the shit. My shitter is full. Yeah, I said that except for I had some Nashville hot chicken and just shat my life out like all week. So.
Oh, did you go to Hattie's?
Oh yeah, definitely went to Hattie's.
That's the place, bro.
It's so good. Like Hattie's, you get like 3 chicken strips. The first one is delicious. The second one, your lips are numb, and the third one just instantly becomes feces.
By the way, speaking of donations, we are up to $340 going to Toys for Tots. You guys are seriously amazing. We know it's been a rough year for a lot of people. So the fact that you're not only hanging out with us, the fact that you're donating money to Toys for Tots, which is, there are a lot of organizations that have stood for a long time. Toys for Tots is one of them. And before we decide on Toys for Tots, we did our research. We wanted to make sure that they were still legit, they were still amazing, and they are. So $340 going to Toys for Tots. And as you know, every kid should have a Christmas. And you guys are helping that happen. So thank you so much. Another donation. We're up to over $350 now. This is so cool, man. Thank you, guys.
Just thank you, guys.
I don't know how it is in other states, but the past couple of years I did Toys for Tots shows. So you get into the show for free if you bring a toy. And every time I dealt with the Toys for Tots people, they're Marines. Like in Indiana, the Marines have taken over Toys for Tots.
Yep. And that's the thing with live comedy essentially kind of being, I mean, shit, I'm in Florida, so whatever, it's willy-nilly, but whatever. For the most part, live comedy's on hold. So the fact that we're able to do this and raise a lot of money, I mean, that means a lot. And obviously, Brent and Ryan, you guys have a following, so you guys brought everyone in. So God bless you both. That's great.
Well, neither of us were on WWE, Johnny.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that right now.
What do you mean?
Yeah. It's been
an interesting 2020, ladies and gentlemen.
You have that sweater.
I do. I do have a sweater. Tiffany Hollister loves my sweater. That's all that matters. Which I believe she's a Brent follower. But you know what? She likes my sweater.
She says apparently having a lunch lady as a mom makes you a comedic genius. And I would say yes. Yes, it does.
Apparently, we're getting some confirmation Toys for Tots is a Marine charity. So.
Okay. Hey. I don't know. That was news to me.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Wow. Look at that.
I also like that he's like, bring my stogie in.
By the way, 1980s hair pieces should never have been improved.
Oh, God.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him. God, I love this. And We're about to have a fire hazard.
I love that flame too. It's so over the top.
Oh my God.
What's the matter with you?
My tree.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Another comment of Brent and Yukon Cornelius. Brent, I'm not telling people to do this. I'm sorry.
No, well, I put the hat on. I am very aware that he stole my look 50 years ago.
That little clay boy, that clay soy boy.
Where are my clay soy boys at?
Yep. And by the way, when this is over, the three of us are also going to donate money to Toys for Tots. So we're going to add to it. I didn't ask you guys, but I assume you're going to do it. So we're just going to.
Johnny, you said you triple whatever we make, right? So keep donating, guys.
Yeah. You know, I'm rolling.
Johnny actually insisted. He was like, Brent, Ryan, keep your money.
That's
This
right.
is what I'm doing.
I got this. I got sweater money.
Here it is. Here's the scene. We are getting to the point. I love how everyone's just like anticipating a Christmas bonus letter.
Yeah.
This is so 80s.
Why don't comedians get Christmas bonuses?
First off, here's a question. What night of the week, like how close are we to Christmas that he's just receiving?
This is Christmas Eve. Yeah, it's Christmas Eve. That's canon, Johnny.
Does the mail
it's canon that it's Christmas Eve?
Does the mail come on Christmas Eve?
The guy said he was supposed to deliver it the day before, but it got stuck between the seats.
Fell in the seats.
Fair enough.
It was the same delivery guy from Little Nero's from Home Alone.
Jesus Christ, Brent.
Oh, God, we're about to get that swimming pool in Chicago where it's snowing. What a great purchase.
How much does he make? Because this house is huge already. Like,
That's a fair point. It's hard to feel sorry for this guy.
oh, you
But
didn't
I'll
get
manage.
the bonus?
It's hard to. It's
We have to wait a year to get a pool, guys.
It's hard.
no.
Yeah. You know what? This son of a. It's hard to feel sorry for him. This house is huge. In Chicago, that's an expensive city.
That's 1989, though. The Cubs were terrible. The Bears were on the decline.
The Cubs had Ryan Sandberg, bro.
Well, that is true. Who I was almost named after.
Did you guys
God,
ever get a monthly gift like this?
God, I wish your name was Ryan. Damn it.
It almost was Ryan. And then it was also almost like Rhine, like orange Rhine.
Whatever. I'm calling you that now. It's fine.
Okay.
Here we go. Look how everyone's just waiting. Uh-oh.
Even we're like,
What did he get?
Clark, what's wrong? He's about to lose it.
I love when employees brag about the Christmas bonus from another company and you get a tape measure.
Yeah. I just love how everyone's waiting for like everyone knew about he's going to get his Christmas bonus. And by the way, this is going to be our episode of the podcast this next week. So it's going to be a long one. Just kind of watch the movie with us. If you're not watching live, this will be the episode of the podcast because we don't want to record during Christmas. God damn it.
Well,
But it's
I
Christmas,
wanted
Mr.
to.
Scrooge.
Yeah.
You get a half podcast. This scene coming up where Clark goes off and on that rant.
Yeah, it's good.
You can watch how it's shot because they hung cue cards around everybody's neck so he could remember this rant. So you could see him scan the room.
Like catch everybody's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys. I've done impressions of the it's good many, many times over the years while having any kind of drink. Thank you, Clark.
So that here's where they would have the cue cards around everybody's neck.
Oh, they were strategically placed to.
Okay. I just noticed how like everyone like kind of walked very robotically to their exact space.
Wow.
And they had a computer in 1989. I don't feel bad for these people.
To be fair, and I'm not shitting on Chevy, this is not that difficult of a rant to memorize.
Okay.
Yeah.
What movies
All
have you
right,
been
Johnny.
in, Johnny?
Well, nothing of substance, but I'm just saying.
Weren't you in Christmas Vacation 2?
I was in the Randy Quaid 1992 jaunt, Christmas Vacation on an Island. What was it called?
Yeah.
I have to look it up now.
Cousin Eddie's Island Soiree.
Yes.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure.
There you go.
For the Nintendo Wii.
Rated M for mature.
Oh, God, he just threatened to murder his son with a chainsaw. That's really creepy in hindsight.
I love how these two are just like thrown into the story with their fancy lights. Oh, there you go.
It's just a bowl, like a plate of fruit. That's their Christmas dinner.
By the way, shout out to her margarita though.
Yeah.
This
is how my girlfriend and I live in Southern California. We're very bougie.
I know.
If there's one thing I'm known for, it's big bougie, as you can tell.
You actually pronounce it bougie. That's how it's
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I want to change my cosplay pick. Before I wanted to be like him in the attic. Instead, I'm going to cosplay as Beverly D'Angelo during the dinner.
Yeah.
Have the little cleavage window going.
I think that's what the people need and demand.
And yeah, are desperate for, really.
Does he have a moment where he just goes crazy?
Or you just snap.
That's the
I think
beginning
it's
of-
because he's insane.
And I mean, this is a bit much, really.
I'm just impressed that the chainsaw started on the first pull.
Yeah.
That's a high quality chainsaw.
Can we talk about how strong the eggnog must have been? It's going to take a lot of eggnog for me to even come close to a chainsaw.
Well, I don't know. You're already 2 apple juices deep right now, so
That's a fair point, Ryan. Thank you.
Was it
And
good, Johnny?
It's delicious. It's important to get your vitamin. To be fair, apple juice doesn't have vitamins. We are 1 hour and 19 minutes into the film, which means we're down to the final 18 minutes. And if you're watching or if you're trying to join, toupee guy is passed out in the chair.
that's all you've missed.
Yes. And there's a Rottweiler hanging out.
Can we talk about the dog's name being Snot?
Snot.
Great name.
Got a little Mississippi leghound in him.
Even the name is white trash. Even the name they gave their dog.
Kristen Cole with a solid comment.
Yeah, that's.
Who among us doesn't have a recreational chainsaw? Touche.
Yeah, Fred, you tell old Johnny there. You mock him for his apple juice intake.
We have a comment from Victorious Thompson, just a fan of Brent. His
Hi,
wife
Victorious.
loves Brent. Yeah.
My wife.
Tiffany, you don't know how to drink apple juice, apparently. You sip, you enjoy, you appreciate.
And my love.
Vitamin C. So good.
Yeah. Are you going to disappoint 132 people and not get your poor crippled boyfriend some more Diet Coke?
Don't you hear the ice clinking in the glass?
Is that what you want people to see? You
And-
want to show the people how you hate your crippled boyfriend?
And do you not realize his cankles keeps him on the couch?
Yeah. Ann did say if we get up to $500, she will get me more Diet Coke.
Oh, boy.
That's the.
Hang on, update. We are now at, ladies and gentlemen, $415.
We need $85 or I'm gonna be parched, everyone.
For the final 10 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
It's probably for the best, though, because you said you had to pee like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. You know what? That's fine. I don't care.
Ryan's
Because we're
already
gonna get up
pissed
to that
himself.
7,800.
Yeah. Ryan's pissed himself without telling us. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys, please, unless you want me to waste away without Diet Coke.
Yeah. And the first sign of death is micturating yourself. So we will know.
Yeah. If you don't donate $85 more, you will have made my girlfriend commit a hate crime against me.
Wow, right through the door. The weakest door ever.
Or the Diet Coke on him. Kayla, no.
To be fair, though, Rottweiler, perfect choice for that scene. They have massive heads.
Absolutely.
Massive heads. Oh, there it goes. Oh, Jesus.
Also, a lot of Christmas movies have dogs wrecking Christmas. Another a Christmas Story callback.
Mm-hmm. No leg lamp in this one, though.
Look at that brooch or whatever she's wearing there. Jesus.
Rachel, thank you. I'm a big Lebowski fan, and micturating is why I use the word. Look at Julia.
That outfit. That's what I'm going to cosplay as.
Oh, no. Got her.
I love when anytime an animal jumps on somebody else, it's clearly a stuffed whatever thrown at them so they can catch.
I love that. It's like in the old Married with Children when like Al would fall off the roof and it was so clearly a dummy is the best.
That show still cracks me up. Oh my God, it was so good. Claudine says Claudine says that squirrel can act. Yeah, she can.
It's got range.
Another great. I wonder if there were cue cards on the next for that one. The whole tap dancing with Danny Kane. Apple juice is gone.
Don't piss me off, Art.
Okay, could we be honest here? Clark is really overreacting. He's in a big house.
I mean, he's really almost to a comedic effect.
Yeah,
he is overreacting
a little bit.
At that murky eggnog water, that's got to be good.
I love eggnog. Hey, Chad,
would you say it's your favorite of the nogs?
Yes, because I can't think of any others.
Okay, good.
How about chat? Do you enjoy eggnog? Because we have a couple in here. We have a Pennsylvania eggnog. We have a Dutch eggnog. Yeah, I could imagine Dutch egg. I'm from Pennsylvania. That's some strong stuff.
I gave her the old Dutch eggnog, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
if you know what I mean.
Solid suit. Another small gag, just the drink spilling everywhere on the hug.
Yep. I like how much carnage that dog did. Like,
yeah.
Like the entire house is just
the whole night. The dog is well behaved.
Oh, great! Did the rubble burn down?
Uh-oh. Do families get together and read Christmas stories?
My family.
My mom every year does a creative and embarrassing version of this story. It is. She writes poems. She will sometimes do dances to it. It's both amazing and disturbing.
I'm thinking we need to have your mom on for a version.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, my mom is a TV star as well, as she will often remind you.
She was on last season of America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Yes. She juggled.
So what you're saying is your mom puts more work into her performances than you.
Correct.
Got it.
Yes.
Good to know.
Look how rich this guy is with the study.
Oh, come on. And she's wearing silk, head to toe.
That's who I'm going to cosplay as.
The woman in silk.
Yeah, it's this woman in silk.
All she needs is like one of those candles and a hat. So she could be Scrooge.
Still at $415 of donations. We could get to 500, ladies and gentlemen. Streamlabs.com/John LaCosta.
And you were going to jail.
Next podcast would be really funny if you came on wearing an even nicer sweater after you got all these donations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll be
He's
gold.
like, it was a glitch. The donation money never came in.
Yeah.
It's the
It'll be,
crazy
real,
thing, guys.
it'll be real tinsel next year.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Here's a great comment, Richard Best. It wasn't Xmas, but one year, my sister told us she was a lesbian at Easter. She brought her girlfriend, too. That's a real holiday right there. Good for her.
Lesbian at Easter sounds like a movie as well.
I hope
I've
y'all
seen
weren't-
that one.
Hope y'all aren't
That
Catholic.
we'll watch next time. Who's just waiting for Beverly D'Angelo and her cup check of Clark? That's one of my favorite small details of this.
I also love how Eddie just kidnapped a really, really rich guy.
And also knew where he lived.
Mm-hmm. In
Yeah,
his pajamas.
Now, do you guys own or have you ever owned like fancy pajamas that you have to like button up like that?
No.
I've had like onesies specifically for Christmas, and I don't have I can't afford the butt flap yet, but I would like to one day.
Yeah.
You know what? If people donate right now at streamlabs.com/Johnny
Yep.
we can get Brent Terhune a butt flap.
Forget
Right.
Toys for Tots. We're going butt flaps for Brent.
And to be fair, you might be asking, why would $400 be necessary for a butt flap? You've never seen Brent's ass. It's quite wide.
That you have to really get strong buttons
Yes.
to be able to hold that flap up.
Yeah, because we all know from previous episodes, 12 and 13 perhaps, Brent likes to shit his pants yearly.
Yeah, I do like someone just said like they need that pool money. Claudine said, it's like, yeah, like how
I know.
is he really that poor off? Like if he doesn't get this bonus, his family's ruined.
It
know
was
what's funny?
shitty, though, to not tell them that they weren't getting the bonus.
For all the people who never grew up with a pool, like the three of us, in hindsight, I'd be pissed watching this. Like, hey, screw you and your pool.
Yeah. Well, in all fairness, I can't swim, so
Well-
I don't know if I'd want the pool. I have flippers; they do not flip.
But to be fair, you can dip your feet in.
I can't. I do like to get my toesies all.
Hey.
I like to soak my cankles in the pool.
Goddamn McCankle's taking up all the space.
We got to drain the pool. He had his cankles in there.
I like to slosh around in the pool with my cankles.
That's a nice above ground. Well, now it's empty because Ryan's cankles just soaked up all the water.
They hold a lot of water weight.
Yeah, for as much of an asshole they are, the next door neighbor's house just gets destroyed.
Yeah. I'd be pissed at Clark too. He's very inconsiderate.
It's not an 80s movie unless there's a SWAT team running in.
Fair.
This is the same SWAT team that was in Blues Brothers.
Yeah, there we go.
Hog check.
Yeah, look at
That's
her grabbing that Chevy Chase hog.
And now she goes from silk to mink. Are you kidding me, woman?
And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about in this scene, Beverly D'Angelo, right there, grabbing his wiener.
Yeah.
Grabbing his ding-a-ling.
Solid. Freeze frame by everybody.
God, I don't think I've ever noticed this before. Like one of those cops in the back has like a rifle aimed at like the kid's head.
Yeah.
It's like right behind. Jesus.
And good point by Claudine in the chat. How many windows were broken during this movie? I think all of them.
I think
at
the
least.
entirety of the windows in this house.
Yeah. There's a bad draft happening right now.
She just touched her hog hand.
Yeah.
That handshake.
my hog hand. Let me ask you this, Brent. Which one's your hog hand?
Which one is it, my hog hand? That's the question.
Brent's ambidextrous.
Yeah, if you guys want to know what my hog hand is, it's also Brent's.
It's also his feet.
Yes. The whole budget was windows. That $27 million budget, $25 million of it was windows.
And what a poor investment. A pool in Chicago.
Yeah, but that one broad might get on the diving board, Johnny, and show side boob.
Oh, do you mean Nicolette Scorsese?
That's the very same.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to see some side boob, if we get up to $8,400.
Let's see where we're at. Update on the money going to Toys for Tots is $415.
Okay.
Still amazing. Thank you, everyone.
And for those of you watching that want to join in, we are at too late in the movie to join in. So
it's another fire. Old man, probably not going to survive. Well,
look at this bump. There it is.
Is the toupee stay on? I don't remember.
God, I hope not.
Jesus, Santa.
Thank you, Demo, for your donation. We appreciate you. And look at the shooting star.
Clark, are you serious?
Right now, they're singing the Star Spangled Banner for those of you listening on the podcast this week because it's Christmas and we want to avoid each other for a week at least.
Yes.
Look at
the
Santa.
only thing I wanted for Christmas was to not talk to you guys.
Well, Santa came early.
As did I.
Can we also say that Clark really
dated up?
Yes.
Yeah, he totally outkicked his coverage.
I was trying to come up with a pleasant, complimentary way, but no, he dated up.
Yeah. I also like how this kind of scene implies that like old Beverly's like, hey, you pulled it off. No, cousin Eddie pulled it off.
Yeah.
If he hadn't committed that kidnapping,
Yeah.
none of this would have worked out.
The moral of this movie is kidnap your boss.
Right.
You'll get something out of it.
Yeah. Clark was about to be the perpetrator of a murder-suicide, and then cousin Eddie saved the day.
Commit a felony because Clark sucks and your dog hates squirrels.
But Mr. Scrooge, it's Christmas Day. I need my bonus.
I need my bonus. I foolishly put a down payment with money I did not have, I need you to save me.
And if you're just joining us, the closing credits are now rolling.
Yeah, go ahead and join us in the
And as of now, our final number, which it's not really going to be the final. If you still want to donate, you can. We're at $415, all going to Toys for Tots. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. And also, should we close out the episode, if you will, the holiday extravaganza of the cafeteria?
I think
we still got a little bit. Yeah, I think isn't there a animated at the end here?
Is there?
I think you get to see scenes from the new Marvel movie if you stay long enough at the post credits.
Are you trying to tell me that National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is part of the MCU?
Yes,
that's canon.
Thor busting through the window.
Yeah. And to be honest, I'm not even sure what that's canon means. I just say it sometimes, and usually it works out.
It's a non-canonical.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look at that key grip. Shout out to Scott Robinson for gripping all those keys.
Let's shout out everyone in the credits who don't necessarily get the credit they deserve.
Yeah, like Chevy Chase.
How about Mae Questel, who played Bethany? How about Nicolette Scorsese, who played Mary?
How about them side boobs?
Whoa, how about this? Parade announcer Doug Llewellyn, who I believe is the same Doug Llewellyn from the original People's Court. Come on now. All right, no one gives a shit. Well, I care. I care.
Shout
about
out
Doug.
to Claudine and Rachel and Jason Nicholson and Rachel H. and Shrike and Paul and everybody. There's too many people to name. But thank you guys for even sticking around.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us and watching us.
Yeah.
and supporting Toys for Tots.
That's right. This was a true experiment for the three of us. And, what better time than the holidays?
To sit back and have an apple juice or 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to wait until someone finds $89 or $85 so I can have some Diet Coke. That's Mark. You're probably right. We kind of just chose this movie because we like this movie. But yeah, we should next time choose something that's more readily available. This was a little trickier to find than I think we assumed initially.
Oh, fair point. Okay.
Something that's on YouTube or on something more common like Netflix or.
Okay. Next time
Hulu.
we will watch in one sitting all 9 episodes of The Haunting of Bly Manor. So get ready.
We're going to watch the most easily accessible movie, Night of the Living Dead, because that's public domain.
Okay. Let's do Pet Cemetery.
For Christmas.
Yeah. And,
thank you guys.
Yeah, you guys are the best. So, we want to close this out now?
Well, we have one idea from Paul Ponte saying, as a takeoff of the podcast, I'd like a few watch-alongs with each of you picking a movie. Solid.
That is a good idea.
Yeah. But go ahead, guys. Give a holiday message to the people.
I am Ryan Niemeller, everyone. You can find me at Cripple Threats 8 on all the stuff. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. I want to thank everyone that can hear me except for my girlfriend who withheld Diet Coke for me. It will the next episode of the podcast that we record at the beginning of the new year, I will discuss our messy breakup.
Okay.
My name is Brent Terhune. You can find me at brentcomedy.com/shop. Also on Parler. In the first podcast of next year, I will discuss how I swooped in and got with Ryan's woman.
Whoa.
And became a polygamist.
Since your wife is constantly being bedded by your cat.
It's true. She's bedded right now. Right now.
And that's actually canon of our podcast. Did I say that right?
That's true.
That is, you did. Nailed it, Johnny.
We are at Cafeteria Pod on Instagram, Cafeteria Podcast on Facebook, and just look us up on any platform. We're there, and we love you. We appreciate you. I'm at Jay Quasto on all social media platforms. You could find me at brentcomedy.com/shop.
Yes.
Where I am desperately trying to get at least 10% of Brent's merchandise sales. I've done nothing to earn it, but I'm trying really hard. And that's it.
110% goes to Toys for Tots.
Yeah. And as always, hallelujah. Holy shit.
And as always, the shitter's full.
And as always, bring me my stogie.